You guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going to be upgrading the coolant system on the C32. I've got it jacked up right now. I'm about to work on it, but I want to show you guys exactly what I'm going to be using to upgrade the coolant system before we actually go stack pulleys on the 32 before the dyno. If you guys have seen last video, I did talk about the coolant system, what I'm going to be doing on the 32 before going on the dyno. I'll show you guys real quick what I got going on here. First thing is first, I've got this right here. This is the water wetter. This would reduce the temps at least 20 degrees IATs, which is really fantastic, paired with a upgraded intercooler pump. So I've got the Bosch 010 intercooler pump, and the pump that I'm going to be using is the ZZP pump. It flows like 10 times much more than the Bosch pump, and I believe it flows a little bit better than the CW. I can't really remember if it's the CW100 or CW50. I haven't really looked much into it, but I've seen this pump actually flows a lot better than that one, so that's why I'm going with that pump. It's not yet here. I'm waiting for it to be delivered. I really want to start with this before the pump gets here, just because with this you got to kind of, you know, dilute it in such a way. There are actually instructions on here on how to dilute it, but instead of reading it to you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and figure it out myself, and I'll show you exactly what I did. So I'm not gonna be running 100% coolant in the reservoir any longer. I'm gonna be running about 15% coolant in there, which works the best. You could go just 100% distilled water in the water wetter, but on there it says if you add at least 15% coolant, you can get the best out of it. My heat exchanger holds about 2.2 liters. So I would have to do the math. Also, while I'm doing this, I'm so glad I'm doing this right now, because this parking light, one of the wires are touching each other, so it keeps going out, and it's kind of annoying. I really love running my fog lights during the day, and I hate it when one light isn't working, because both lights are working and this works, but then this doesn't work, so it looks really janky. So I haven't been running my fog lights. I really love running the daytime fog lights on these Mercedes, so that's why I am excited to actually get the headlight off. In terms of getting stuff going, I'm just gonna drain, take the pump out. I'm sure you guys have done it before, but I'll show you guys as we move along. There is a 10mm bolt holding on to this little piece in the fender well. There's 1, 2, and 3 down there. I'm pretty sure I have to rotate the tire inward to actually get that last bolt in there. It's kind of hard to see from here. Actually, wait, I'm missing that bolt, so this should just come off after I get that bolt off. If I can fit this in here. All right. Look at that, I completely forgot about this. There's one of these that are holding onto this cover. This should come off like that. Oh, look at that, you can see the pump from here. Check it out, right there. That came off fairly pretty easily. Oh, you know what's underneath here? I think I've got one of those clips that look like this on the bottom. I'll go ahead and pull that off real quick. All right, you guys want to know what's next? Check it out. So underneath here, there is a T-Torx right here. Take that off and then pull this guy out.
What are you working on?
Just a science project. I'm joking. I am upgrading some stuff on the car.
What are you upgrading?
The intercooler pump.
Oh,
So it flows the coolant faster. All right, you guys, the pump finally came in. It's later today, but oh man, this packaging was actually really nice. Let me show you guys the pump here real quick. This looks really good. The packaging, 10 out of 10. Nice. This looks very sturdy. Looks really great, actually. Got the bumper off and the pump is exposed there. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and activate the pump.
3 days later.
The last clip got messed up. I'm not sure what happened, but in that clip, what I was gonna say was I was going to drain the coolant that was in the reservoir and cycle it a few times with distilled water, so the coolant went from blue to like clear water, so I don't have any sort of residue or coolant in the system. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You can choose to do that, but I just wanted to cycle mine all the way through so I have the percentage of coolant all the way correct. Also, the other thing I noticed, I want to show you guys the pump real quick. I thought it was just a plug and play. Some of you did mention in the comments of my previous video that it might not be a plug and play. My connector is an older style, but I'm not sure if all the 32s come like this or some of them come with an updated connector, but this is my connector to the intercooler pump. And then if you come here, the Bosch 010 is the same. I've heard that some of them are updated like this one, so I'm not too sure, but if you guys can see the difference, that is a whole different connector than the 010 Bosch pump. So this pump, they do actually sell the wiring harness to splice into your actual connector right here. So it's gonna be a pretty easy splice through. I'm gonna cut this connector, and the wiring connector is actually on their site. You can pick it up. It's like $5. I have that coming in the mail today. I'll go ahead and cut this, solder the new wire in, and we should all be good to go. In terms of fitting this intercooler, it's gonna be the same thing down here, and same connections. You don't have to do anything different. The only thing is, with the Bosch, the out into the pump from the heat exchanger fits perfectly, but on the other side, I think the Bosch outlet is a little bit bigger than the outlet here, so you would have to use a clamp. Just be mindful of that. This is how the wiring looks like. Just plug it in, there we go, and it's done. And then you're gonna splice it in to your where's the wiring harness? There it is. So I'll let you guys see how I do that. I'm not sure if you guys have one of these at home, but you want to pick this up probably at Walmart. Heat shrinking tube. You're gonna use one of these just in case you guys don't know how to do it. That's why I'm showing you guys. I also have this kit right here. This has all you would need. This basically cuts the wire so you can get the wires exposed, and you can use one of these to attach them, but I'm gonna solder mine. I'll show you guys the solder that I have. It's not expensive. You can get that also at either Harbor Freight or Walmart. I'm gonna be using these two to solder both wires together so they're intact. And then I'll use the shrinking tube to just shrink the wires together. That'll pretty much be it. Terrible at soldering, but I'm gonna use this heat. Look at that. Don't laugh at that. My soldering sucks, honestly. Like, if you have a proper one, you'll be solid.
Yeah, this is some like cheap one, but
yeah,
it did the job. It's just not pretty.
Yeah.
Let's see it. Nice.
Yep. Honestly, guys, I feel like someone is going to take exactly my measurement, and I thought about it because other people's heat exchangers or setup are going to be different than mine. So I would just say just do the measurement yourself with the water wetter and go from there. It's pretty simple.
Don't spill.
I spilled a little bit.
No pressure.
I got the pump running. It's kind of hard to see from this angle. I'll try and get you guys in there. That's how much it's flowing. I can already tell it's flowing way better than the Bosch pump. That is a really great flow. I need to give you guys a cold start. Temps are looking really great. All right, guys, I just want to say, when I went out to get footage of the temperatures, the camera that I was using didn't turn out great, but I want to say that temps are phenomenal. They're about 25 to 30 degrees lower from what I've noticed versus the Bosch pump. So that pump is really working great. In terms of upgrades, if you guys are wanting to do the ZZP pump, I would highly recommend it. If you're just keeping it stock, just go with the updated Bosch pump and leave it like that. You don't need to upgrade because you can do pulls after pulls after pulls and temps are going to be looking great. In terms of upgrading to the ZZP pump, I would say maybe if you're going, well, not maybe, if you're going stacked for sure, because it flows about 35 liters per minute, which is, I did look up the CWA 100 pump. The ZZP pump flows about the same as that pump, and that pump is about 300 to 400 bucks. So that's a lot of money, and the ZZP pump is so much cost effective. It's actually cheaper than the Bosch 010 pump, and I got my for 109 bucks plus the wiring harness, which makes it about 115 bucks. And the Bosch pump I actually got for, I think, 150 bucks. So if you look at it, the ZZP pump is the way to go. If you're going 64 millimeter just up top, leaving stock heat exchanger, not really upgrading coolant, I would say upgrade to the ZZP pump, honestly. But if you're going anything like 64, 65 up top, I would upgrade the heat exchanger just to be safe, because it's gonna be building a lot of heat, especially in the summer. Other than that, same with the crank pulley. If you're just going 185 crank and leaving the stock supercharger pulley, I would say go ZZP pump. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. The next thing really is pull the supercharger out, upgrade to the 82 millimeter throttle body. At the same time, just upgrade the crank pulley as well. Probably put a bass tune on it and then drive it to the dyno once it gets really cold outside. I can't wait. I know you guys can't wait either, so go ahead and smash the like button. Subscribe also if you guys are wanting to see updates on the 32 ones. We have that all installed and upgraded and dynoed. That I know you guys probably do want to follow my setup. It's going to be a great setup, a perfect street setup, perfect reliable setup. I will catch you guys in the next video. All right, take care.